of this over. Swinging away that time on the full. Just the single. Pretty tidy. 7 off the over, 2 done, 14 for none.
पाकिस्तान के फेवरेट सर्विस टायर्स अपने एडवांस ट्रेड्स और क्वालिटी के दम पर ब्राजील से इजिप्ट और टर्की से फ्रांस तक 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे हैं। सर्विस टायर्स, पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड।
समझदार फैसला कीजिए, जुबली वेडिंग प्लान लीजिए।
आसान प्रोसेसिंग, पैसों की बर वक्त अदायगी, जरूरत के मुताबिक प्लान्स। जुबली इंश्योरेंस, बेफिक्र मुस्तकबिल।
Halfway mark of this game after they've bowled, so that's good news for the team, strengthens them from a batting point of view and also of course from a bit of intel. Amaza, he was outstanding in the last game, picked up some wickets. Let's look at his career stats, 152, economy of 8.3, but did really nice in the last game. And he's got another wicket first up, chopped it on from a long way outside that off stump, so what a start for him.
Yeah, it was a wild stroke. The ball was never there. Ball came back a little bit right at the end. That's why he managed to drag it back onto the stumps. He never thought that he's going to come back in. Good start. Very, very good start. Very wild stroke. And Cheyenne has to walk back. That's magnificent start from Omarzai. First ball, first wicket. Capitals 14 for 1.
50 camera powered by Sony. Crystal clear, click with the AMP. Stuffy in the middle, we go tell Smart 13 is a power machine.
Dolan's Premaline Air Conditioner with PureSense technology that detects and removes smog, bacteria, and the smallest airborne particles with the help of ionization, which balances the negative and positive ions in the air. Dolan's Prema, designed for better.
ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड।
Well, it is now. He batted early in the last game as well. Nice swing from Omarzai.
Omarzai does surprise you with his pace. He's got a very clean action. And he's got a decent pace and pushes really hard. David Willey, known to be a fast bowler, a left-arm fast bowler, but likes to tonk the ball up front, and it's a good move. Sending him up the order and looking to take on the bowlers. They want to make use of this power play.
It's a little bit leg side, and it's eased away. 4 runs. Good start for Willie. He's away. Second ball, boundary.
Yeah, straight away to the left-hander, going around the wicket, trying to create that angle. And with the angle, the ball swung a little bit. And that's the reason ball went on to the legs. Seemed good position, but that has to start outside the off stump. Can't be too straight. When it's too straight with fine leg up, you're asking trouble.
Willie's got centuries, 2 in T20s, batting in the top 3. Nice movements. That's terrific stuff. Omarzai picked up 2 for 32 in the first game and 39 off 16 balls only with the bat.
Yeah, the head moving and the ball was way too far. He was looking to bring the ball back in and under edge onto the middle leg. Sighted, and why not? It's a good start by Omarzai.
Got to treat him with respect at the moment. He's had a very good year. Azmatullah Omarzai can't do too much wrong. Swings the ball both ways. Free striking. Took on Rashid Khan actually. In for a couple of terrific sixes in the last game. He was in a bit of a rush to try and finish that game nice and early and succeeded in doing that. Along with the Sunker. A really good over. Got a wicket first ball and only went for 4. 18 for 1 after 3.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप.
Camera powered by Sony. Crystal clear, click with the AMP. Stuffy in the mirror, we go tell smart 13. The power machine.
From Nestle.
Trolled at the moment, going at 6 runs to the over. They have lost an early wicket. Willie will look to step on the gas. Siddhiquala is someone who can certainly do that. He's a very good striker of the ball. Saw him in SA20 actually last year. Played beautifully. A little bit of movement away. Looking to advance down the track. No connection. I don't know. What do we got here? The commentators' predictions. Now, who's going to have this wrong? Surely it's not the bloke at the bottom. Surely. Waka? Surely.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Alan Wilkins, Waka Eunice, Andy Flower and Simon Dole, well, they're all going to be wrong. It's as simple as that.
Mike Haseman, you have no chance. 0.
Bad luck, boys. That's nicely bowled.
There's no real pace, 124 kilometers an hour, but because he's tall and he's found the right length from around the wicket, look at that seam. Once you hit that seam in an angle, the ball is bound to move away from the left-hander, and acknowledged by the batter. It's just cutting off the surface. Not an easy pitch to bat on up front.
Just held his shot back at the last minute. They're still scamping through for 1. They had a good season for the Giants in season 3, 13 games. Economy of 6.83. 19 was the average. 13 wickets actually. 19 was the average. Economy of 6.83. It's very tidy.
Look, I think the pitches last year was pretty spicy, and he made full use of it. He's a seamer. He's a experienced one. Again, a little bit outside the off stump. Third man will clean it up. So all that experience he's got playing internationally, and then of course he's got a very good control over the wrist and the seam, and he's a genuine English weather kind of a bowler, where balls seam around the whole day and he knows exactly how the seam come down. He's tall. Better in Irish, is it?
That's a beautiful delivery. Nice movement back in dugout at the last minute. Now we've got a question for our Z TV viewers. It is the Jawa Dekal in Ampao contest. Who won the toss of the DP World ILT20 Season 3 final? Was it A, Capitals, B, Vipers, C, My Emirates, or D, Warriors? We'll announce that answer and also the winners tomorrow. T's and C's supply.
So Jalwa Dikhao in Ampao. And at the moment, Adair is showing his Jalwa. That was a really good delivery. Maybe just pitched outside the line of the stumps. That's the only question.
He's not interested. No. 21 for 1 after 4.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें. More than 2 lakh grocery items के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा.
वाह, ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी. पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड.
Let's go. सवाल मेरा एक इधर कौन like us. जवाब तो है 2, wait नहीं no one. अगर नहीं Cheetos तो हम करें 0. Make the right choice, there's too much to one. Too much, too much.
"21 for 1 and 4 overs gone." Omarzai is carved, absolutely flogged by Siddiqullah. What a very handsome shot that is. That's the first 6 of the evening, and it's come with some aplomb. Have a look at this, the full flow of the blade.
Oh, a handsome shot from a handsome player. He's nice to watch, the Siddiqullah. Sharp single. Good response from David Willey at the non-striker's end. Wouldn't have played together before, these two. Excellent piece of running from them. Last ball of the previous over, that was the LBW shot. Oh wow. Looked pretty adjacent, didn't it? But a little bit of bounce from the tall Adair comes over the top. And Mo Ali was quite right.
He hasn't got all of this. Oh yes, he has. He has now, just enough. It didn't quite look as if it came out of the middle of the bat. Gurbaz is the man underneath it, and he has signalled to the umpires it's gone for 6.
We knew that, thank you Gurbaz. David Willey sent up the order at number 3 tonight, and that's why he's there, to play those sorts of shots. Gurbaz, who's not used to fielding on the boundary. Yeah, he got his hands to it. It's takeable.
Might be a wide, it is. Azmatullah Omarzai is he's running in very quickly. He means business. I mean, he's generating decent pace here, but he's just got to be careful of his control.
Good at swinging it both ways, Omarzai. He's coming around the wicket. He's made an adjustment. Would imagine he's going to try, even though the angle will be into the left hand, he's going to try to take it away from him in the air. He didn't, and it went in. Thumped into the pad or thigh pad.
Well, they won expat power play. Crucial time, of course, for both teams. Let's just cast an eye on what happened, and the drag onto the stumps, counting for the wicket. And a 6 is coming as well, so a little bit of everything in the one expat power play. Capitals put into bat by Moeen Ali, the Giants captain. Bowled. Such a good delivery. You're coming round the wicket, you're aiming at the stumps, and the ball deviates towards a first slip area. It's such a good ball to shape it that way.
Really is. In fact, they had an opening batsman called David Warner playing for them last year, or last season in the ILT20, and that's exactly the sort of line and type of ball that people were trying to bowl to him. Feet didn't go anywhere, ball swung. There it is again. Beautiful piece of bowling from Hazmatullah Omarzai. Many lefties are going to play that. 36 for 1.
Dolan's Premaline air conditioner with PureSense technology that detects and removes smog, bacteria, and the smallest airborne particles with the help of ionization, which balances the negative and positive ions in the air. Dolan's Prema, designed for better.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है भाई।
कितनी?
सोचो, पेप्सी तुम्हारे हाथ में है। जब सोच के इतनी फील आ गई तो पी के तो
न्यू स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
Rocks पे आओ and subscribe to awesome packages because it's more than a network. Download the Rocks app now.
Eighth, except for the one wicket. But the ball is darting around. Waqar Younis said there will be something for the seamers straight up on this pitch. Ooh, that's going to be a wide. Tashara with this round arm action. Andy, in all your coaching career, have you coached a fellow with a round arm action like this?
Actually, I have. And that fella is Nuwan Tushara himself, actually. He was with me in the IPL. He got to play one game, and I really liked what I saw. He got one chance and he did brilliantly. A very important game at Lucknow. He took wickets and he bowled some excellent death bowling.
Down the leg side again, he hasn't quite got it right here. So, how do you, if I can use the word coach, a player with Tushara's action? I mean, it's very unique. Okay, Lassit Malinga we know, but how do you go about your job as getting the geometrics right when you've got someone like him?
Well, yeah, it's a really good question. I must say, your original question, have I ever coached one of these types of bowlers? I worked with Malinga once in the T10. And he was amazing to watch. And I really loved the way he trained. He was so specific. And he used to just bowl off 1 yard to start his session. And he'd always put a couple of boots on the crease.
Ball's just swinging late. He's got to get his line across. He's really got to be looking at the keeper's left hand, his left glove, to bring the ball back onto the pads.
Yeah, and Malinga had a very similar action. This is Tushara. He loads up, looks very conventional there. But then front arm looks conventional, and then that bowling arm comes from in front of the umpire. Something the batsmen really find difficult to get used to.
Oh, that's fabulous! How do you not take a wicket with a ball like that? He will bowl some of the worst deliveries of his career and take wickets, and that was one of the best, and it didn't.
Oh yeah, that's a ripper. Well bowled, Nuwan Tushara. That is exactly what he's trying to do. And David Willey has just squeezed that out with a bat. Did well not to just get nipped on that front toe, which would have been terminal.
He's absolutely delivered that with the precision of a surgeon. Tushara, wonderful to watch this is. Oh yes, that was a pretty adventurous shot as well from Siddiquullah.
Quite a nice shot, wasn't he? He advanced, but he did it in a very controlled manner. He just walked down the pitch at him. They had a nice shot. I'll tell you what we need to see. We need to see a slower ball. Yeah, lovely control from Siddiquullah. Slower ball's got to be coming, surely.
Okay, Coach Andy Flower is predicting the slower ball. 3 balls to go to complete the power play. Yeah, speed is down. Good prediction.
Thank you, Wilco. I'll take that. Nice piece of bowling from Tushara. Siddiquullah had to check his shot.
For the benefit of our younger viewers, even our senior viewers, why did you predict the slower ball? Why did you say that?
After Siddiquullah had advanced down the pitch, I think it was an obvious play. Someone's coming at you. You bowl the slower ball. You bowl the slow ball. What you're looking for is for the batsman to get ahead of himself. And as soon as you get ahead of yourself, you lose control of the blade of the bat. You lose control of the direction the ball's going to go in. And you can very easily chip it up to somewhere in that inner circle. The great thing about Tushara's slow ball is it's got deception. It's not easy to see. So the later the batsman sees it, the less time he has to adjust the shot to the pace of the ball.
Bowled. God, that is bullet straight as well from Sadiq. It's a great contest here between bat and ball. The power play is done. Capitals 44 for 1.
Camera powered by Sony. Clear, click with the AM. AMP, selfie in the mirror, we go tell smart 13 's a power machine.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
The 44 for 1. The power play is done. Capitals, they'll feel, I would have thought, as Moeen Ali brings himself on to bowl. Oh, hello. A little bit of sting straight away from Moeen Ali.
Well, that gripped. That was a surprise. He has got the ability to turn the ball. Good record that, isn't it? Economy of 7.6 for an off-spinner. Excellent, Mo Ali.
And the reverse comes out and it's successful. It's going to run for 4.
Seti Kula saw that first ball turn, and instead of going against the spin, he's reversed his hands and gone with the spin. Got an up and over short third man. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that was a top edge. That was very well played.
He's gone back and he's played it from right in front of his stumps. Sedikula Atal is playing a very good hand here for the Capitals. 1 test and 12 ODIs for Afghanistan. He scored 104 in his 4th ODI. David White in the foreground, who's CEO of the DP World ILT20. Zohaib Hussain with the beard. He's the head of broadcast and production. David White, former New Zealand Black Caps cricketer. 50 up for the Capitals, having been put into bat. David Willey, who's in here, son of Peter Willey, the former England all-rounder who batted top order and bowled off-spin. It's a good contest. There's something in this pitch for Moeen Ali to think about, especially with his first ball having spun.
There is, Wilco. Giants only bowled 4 overs of spin in the last match, the one they won against MI.
He's dropped it short. It's come off the top half of the bat. That's why it hasn't really gone to the boundary. 7 gone. Capitals 52 for 1.
पाकिस्तान के फेवरेट सर्विस टायर्स अपने एडवांस ट्रेंड्स और क्वालिटी के दम पर ब्राजील से इजिप्ट और टर्की से फ्रांस तक 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे हैं। सर्विस टायर्स, पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड।
Camera powered by Sony. Crystal clear, click with the AMP, selfie in the mirror, we go tell smart 13 's a power machine.
5 against the Gulf Giants. DP World ILT20 Season 4 and 52 for 1 from 7 overs. They'll feel pretty good about this, the Capitals, having weathered a bit of a storm. The ball has been beating the bat. It's been swinging and seaming. Heather Razak is the new bowler, the UAE international, and he's been put away for a boundary first ball.
Big smiles from David Willey. He hasn't hit many in the middle so far in the innings. That wasn't in the middle either. It went for 4. That's incredible. It's right on the top of the bat. And it still flew away. Nonplussed, Haider Razak.
Top edge is it? It is, but it hasn't gone anywhere.
Tell you what is interesting here, Wilco, is Haider Razak's been brought on the far end. He's bowling to the shorter side to 2 left-handers, and he's the type of bowler that bangs it in. So these lefties, I think, will be camping on the back foot looking for that short ball, looking to lift it over that short leg side.
Yeah, something unusual in the geometry of what you're describing. Short again, it's a nick onto the pad. And they might run for a second off the ricochet. They certainly will.
Direct hit from young Ayan Khan, the UAE all-rounder. Wasn't really a run-out chance on. A bit of a waste of a run. He's a good little cricketer, Ayan Khan. Excellent little left-arm spinner. Holds his nerve well. And can bat.
Something of a change in the batting order here. Gulbuddin Naib scored a duck in the last game, batted at 3 in the last match. That's been caressed away over mid-off. What a very good shot from Siddiqullah. And Heather Razak is a little bit expensive in this opening over of his.
Well, Siddiqullah is showing some real talent out here. That is not a half volley by any stretch of the imagination. That's banged hard into the deck. And he's hit it on the rise over mid-off. Comfortable, beautiful shot.
Ooh, has he gloved it? Does that come off the glove? Keep an eye on the umpire. Martin Saggers, what are you going to call? He's given that as a run. It's the 50 partnership. The double hit. He was in golf, he was on the golf course, he'd have to own up to that, wouldn't he? If he's a proper golfer. He thought it was funny. David Willey. Bowled. It's a good finish from what was looking an expensive over. It went for 12 from Razak. 8 gone. And the umpires will tell us it's a strategic timeout. Capitals 64 for 1 from 8.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
समझदार फैसला कीजिए। जुबली हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लीजिए।
फौरी इलाज की मंजूरी, 600 से जायद मयारी अस्पतालों की सहूलत, जरूरत के मुताबिक प्लान्स। जुबली इंश्योरेंस, बेफिक्र मुस्तकबिल।
वाह, ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी। Pakistan's global tire brand.
Rocks पे आओ and subscribe to awesome packages. Because it's more than a network. Download the Rocks app now.
Dolan's Premaline air conditioner with PureSense technology that detects and removes smog, bacteria, and the smallest airborne particles with the help of ionization, which balances the negative and positive ions in the air. Dolan's Prema, designed for better.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रांग हो गई है भाई।
कितनी?
सोचो, पेप्सी तुम्हारे हाथ में। जब सोच के इतनी फील आ गई तो पी के तो
न्यू स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
आया किस्टर यस लेट्स गो सवाल मेरा एक इधर कौन लाइक अस जवाब तो है दो कोई नहीं नो वन अगर नहीं चीटोस तो हम करें जीरो मेक द राइट चॉइस देयर टू मच टू वन टू मच टू मच टू मच
Rocks पे आओ and subscribe to awesome packages. Because it's more than a network. Download the Rocks app now.
पाकिस्तान के फेवरेट सर्विस टायर्स अपने एडवांस ट्रेड्स और क्वालिटी के दम पर ब्राजील से इजिप्ट और टर्की से फ्रांस तक 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे हैं। सर्विस टायर्स, पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
जाएगा मजा ले जाए
Nestle.
Power play in game number 1. 8 overs gone. They've got themselves into a decent position. Bukola is 27. Willie quite found his timing yet, but 22 off 16. A little bit of left arm orthodox from Liam Dawson. Moenelli get a little bit of turn too, Waka, so I wonder whether Dawson will.
There's a little bit of risk also involved with Dawson bowling to the two left-handers, because normally the left-handers likes to favors the onside when it comes to the left armers. So far the length is pretty good. They've been very sensible in the first 8 overs. They're looking to have a good platform, have a good base, and then sort of kick on. That's a great numbers. Liam Dawson, 272 wickets. Look at the economy, 7.41 in T20 cricket. That's top draw.
He's a brilliant performer. Really is. Many, many years. Can he operate it? An advantage, I suppose, from bowling from our commentary end. Here's the big side of the ground where the left-handers will have to hit to, hence the 2, pretty easy 2 as well. It went quite a way outside the circle last ball.
Pitches here we have seen in the previous 2 matches, they're a little sticky to begin with. So you gotta be careful not losing too many wickets. It's okay even if you play a little slow, have little cheap overs, that's fine. I think once you have wickets in hand, then you can take a bit of risk like that. That is smoked away for 6. Beautiful shot.
Well, early candidate for the DP World Dispatch of the day from Sedukula. Sport, logistics, you need precision, adaptability, and shot. Tender for the DP World Dispatch of the day. Lovely use of the feet.
Looks a pretty organized player, this Sadikullah. Straight away used his feet, picked the length, and hit it away for 6. How good was use of the feet and using those long levers. He's a tall guy.
Field change. Moenelli ends the 9th, 75.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दे। More than 2 lakh grocery items के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
So यार मेरा एक इधर gone like us. जवाब तो है 2, quit नहीं no one. अगर नहीं Cheetos तो हम करें 0. Make the right choice, there's too much to want. Too much to want. Too much to munch.
Badin Naib had it at 3 in game number 1. He was dismissed for a 0. Looking for David Willey tonight. So far, so good. That might be out though. Straight to deep mid-wicket. Catch taken. Umarazai with the catch and Moenelli with the wicket.
Well, that's the reason he changed end. He brought Dawson from the pavilion end and then himself going from the far and straight away picking out wickets, looking to take the ball away from the left-hander. And Sadikullah, who played really, really well, couldn't really clear the field. It was in the arc, he could have done better with that. That's why he's gutted. He's not happy with that stroke. But Moin is over the moon, picking up Sadikullah's wicket. He's gone for 35, 75 for 2.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम। टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
समझदार फैसला कीजिए। जुबली हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लीजिए।
फौरी इलाज की मंजूरी, 600 से जायद मयारी अस्पतालों की सहूलत, जरूरत के मुताबिक प्लान्स। जुबली इंश्योरेंस, बेफिक्र मुस्तकबिल।
Rocks pay off and subscribe to awesome packages. Because it's more than a network. Download the Rocks app now.
Now we see Gulbadin Naib. 134, 1250s. His T20 career. Yeah. The fact that mid-wicket is in nice and tight. Well, not allowing an easy single to get off the mark. The one that goes straight on. Lovely from Moeen.
Didn't see him ball in T10 just recently in Abu Dhabi, but is bowling quite well. With all that experience, flights the ball well, and then of course that quicker one. This is the one which turns a little bit too straight. Maybe leg buys. Bowling well, really well. This one wasn't his best delivery, was a little too short. Couldn't really get under it the way he wanted to, and went straight to the fielder. Very pleased, Moeen Ali.
Shamsi hold 4 overs of spin between them. Left Shamsi out. Tonight, the Golf Giants bowling first. Ayan Khan, an option as well. Two runs and a wicket. Brilliant from the skipper. 77 for 2.
From Nestle. Rocks pay off and subscribe to awesome packages. Because it's more than a network. Download the Rocks app now.
Likes of Cox, Powell, Shanaka, hoping for somewhere around that 10 to 11 over. 75, 180. Be very competitive.
They do need a couple of big overs for that, and they do have players who can do that. We have seen 165, 170, maybe not enough. You need to maybe touch 180, maybe a little bit more if you can. Into the 11th over, 78 for 2. They're definitely in for somewhere around 175, 180.
Brilliant from Dawson. Yeah, we just saw a shot of Jordan Cox sitting sideline ready to come in. A terrific player. Was the player of the 100 this year in the UK. Brilliantly throughout that tournament. Lovely bit of bowling. Dawson, but foot safely grounded. No problem there.
Great lengths and a lot of revs on the ball. Ball landing on. The surface underneath the grass is quite dry. So you will get some sort of purchase. Yeah, good delivery, very good stumping, quick stumping, but Gulbadin Naib didn't move his foot. It's another. Don't just walk down. Because 165, 160 may be not enough.
First of all, just went for two. Dawson's got one delivery left to try and keep David Willey quiet. It'll be tight. It's only one. Gerard Erasmus does well. Free from that one. It's a couple of good overs for the Giants, 80 for 2.
Camera powered by Sony. Crystal clear, click with the AMP. Selfie in the mirror.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। More than 2 lakh grocery items ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
जोंग की मंथली सोशल एंड यूट्यूब ऑफर से सब कुछ मिले सिर्फ 550 रुपए के डिस्काउंटेड रेट में। अभी डायल करें *6001#।
Rocks Pay Out and subscribe to awesome packages. Because it's more than a network. Download the Rocks app now.
Got a slip in. Good from Moeen Ali. Bringing that man from backwards square in the circle. And
last 30 deliveries, only 36 runs been scored, and they've lost a wicket also. Still very, very, very careful. Really was given opportunity up front, thinking that they'll go and play as a dasher, but for 28.
turning enough. In leg by, I think. Mohammad Nabi is on their substitute bench, so I'd imagine he will come in. He could come in now for Teddy Kula probably, and maybe bat at the back end and then use that new ball from a bowling point of view. He's not coming in now anyway because he hasn't got his pads on. $18 balls since a boundary. Pressure building. Who will crack?
Problem with playing that many dot balls, if you look to go for a big shot and you lose wicket, that's the problem, Stars. If you stay out there, if you've taken your time, that's fine, as long as you just make up for that. But if they lose wicket now, then big issue, big problem. Again, straight to the fielder. End of the 12, 82 for 2.
Camera powered by Sony. Crystal clear, click with the AMP. Selfie in the mirror. Ecotel Smart 13 is a power machine.
वाह, ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी।
From Nestle.
Fascinating to watch this. We'll turn around the place. Some adjustments need to be made. Willie's 29 off 27 at this stage. Isn't really going as of yet. Teddy Quilla was starting to strike the ball nicely before he was departed. Bit of traffic around the place outside. Liam Dawson. So getting considerable turn. So it's a nice little game of spinners. They're in the game well and truly tonight, that's for sure. Landy.
Hello, Hazy. Yeah, the ball's turning. It looks tricky. Usually it's the swing that gets people into trouble here. The spinners got a little stranglehold in these middle overs.
Bit of swing early. Now that's been picked up. Has it gone far enough? Yes, it has. 6 runs. That's a pretty good connection. It's not the biggest boundary down to that pocket. 6 runs are important.
First boundary in 22 balls. Gulbadin. Nice compact little slog sweep. Didn't give it everything, but he hit it clean.
Working that to the long on region, just another single. So 7 halfway through the over. Another look at that 6. Good connection. Makes a big difference when you hit a 6 in the second ball. The over puts a little bit of extra pressure on the bowler, gives you an opportunity to get a nice big over end to kick into these last 7 or so overs. Now that's straight up. Should be taken. He's got good hands, whether he's got gloves on or not. Gabaz taking that comfortably. He's got enough tape on, got to be said, but it's a good catch. End of Willie.
Gabaz shelled one earlier, tougher one on the boundary, but he's made no mistake there. A big smile attests to that. He made good ground off the boundary. Willie heading to the big side. He got under it, got up too far under it. It went pretty much straight up. Nicely pouched. Willie, who was sent in to pinch it, he struggled a little to get going. 29, took him 28 balls. Capitals is 89 for 3.
समझदार फैसला कीजिए, जुबली वेडिंग प्लान लीजिए।
आसान प्रोसेसिंग, पैसों की बर वक्त अदायगी, जरूरत के मुताबिक प्लान्स। जुबली इंश्योरेंस, बेफिक्र मुस्तकबिल।
From Nestle.
Jordan Cox now, strike rate of 142, 3,500 runs, 100, best for 139 not out. That must have been some knock. He's got some serious talent, Jordan Cox. We have not seen the best of him in ILT20 games. Bit of flight, a nice line from Liam Dawson. Have a look at the wicket.
Too far under the ball from Willie. He was trying to accelerate. He needed to accelerate. Dawson's a canny operator. He was operating with the big side to Willie's leg side.
Nice comeback from Dawson. 8 off the over in the end after the 6. Second ball, 90 for 3, 13 done.
पाकिस्तान के फेवरेट सर्विस टायर्स अपने एडवांस ट्रेड्स और क्वालिटी के दम पर ब्राजील से इजिप्ट और टर्की से फ्रांस तक 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे हैं। सर्विस टायर्स, पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड।
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
7 overs remaining now. Ian Khan is about to introduce. He's a very talented cricketer. This boy is a live wire in the game, can bat as well. Very good in the field. Seen him for I think about 4 or 5 years actually. It's very, very impressive. 4 for 16 is best. Amazing average, 18.87 with an economy of 6.2. Terrific stuff. Left arm orthodox.
Well, Hazy, I worked a little with Ian Khan. He's an impressive young man. One of the things I loved about him was he always wanted to be in the action.
He also gets through his overs pretty quickly if he's bowling nicely. Jordan Cox is someone they're going to rely on pretty strongly here. That time that he started to light things up in ILT20. Quite amazing. 23 knocks. ILT20 averaging just 18. The strike rate of 111. That's not like him at all. just 250s. This is better pace, better length. Here's a look at the average turn in Dubai tonight. Match 1, 3.3 degrees tonight. Match 1, 1.8. Match 3, 1.7 degrees. That's a lot of turn tonight.
Good work from Erasmus in the outfield. He's quick. He's always on the ball, anticipating where that was going to get hit. It's interesting having Ayan Khan in your squad. An interesting recruitment to get Dawson, because usually you wouldn't really want two left-arm spinners operating together. Thought the UAE player might take precedence.
Bought him. He's got a wicket in his first over. He will absolutely love that, Ayan Khan. Very impressive cricketer, and that's exactly what he's brought in to do. Turn the ball, get through those overs pretty quickly, and get a wicket as soon as he can.
Ayan Khan, he never lets you down. This is a little slider. Gulbadin looking for a similar slog sweep. The one he played successfully against Dawson the over before, and Ayan Khan's got this man. Beautifully bowled. Gulbadin gone for 10. Capitals tiptoeing along at 93 for 4.
Also time for a strategic timeout.
तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप। तो हो जाए सोनी धरती के नाम टपाल दानेदार का एक और कप।
Rocks Pay Out and subscribe to awesome packages. Because it's more than a network. Download the Rocks app now.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रांग हो गई है भाई।
कितनी?
सोचो, पेप्सी तुम्हारे हाथ में है। जब सोच के इतनी फील आ गई तो पी के तो
न्यू स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी खुद ट्राई करके देखो। पाकिस्तान के फेवरेट सर्विस टायर्स अपने एडवांस ट्रेड्स और क्वालिटी के दम पर ब्राजील से इजिप्ट और टर्की से फ्रांस तक 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट हो रहे हैं। सर्विस टायर्स, पाकिस्तान ग्लोबल टायर ब्रांड।
Yes, let's go. सवाल मेरा एक इधर कौन like us जवाब तो है दो कोई नहीं no one अगर नहीं Cheetos तो हम करें zero make the right choice there's too much to much too much to too much too much
समझदार फैसला कीजिए। जुबली हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लीजिए।
फौरी इलाज की मंजूरी, 600 से जायद मयारी अस्पतालों की सहूलत, जरूरत के मुताबिक प्लान्स। जुबली इंश्योरेंस, बेफिक्र मुस्तकबिल।
समझदार फैसला कीजिए। जुबली हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी लीजिए।
फौरी इलाज की मंजूरी, 600 से जायद मयारी अस्पतालों की सहूलत, जरूरत के मुताबिक प्लान्स। जुबली इंश्योरेंस, बेफिक्र मुस्तकबिल।
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। मोर देन 2 लाख ग्रोसरी आइटम्स के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
Ayan Khan's about to complete his first over. It's over number 14. He's gone for 3 only. That's all. We've got the subs involved now. Sudikoola's out. Atul's in. Correction, Sudikoola Atul's out, and James Neesham is in as the super sub. Righto. Let's see what James can do. Got some work to do at this stage. Over number 14 has gone for 3 so far and has picked up a wicket. That is an outstanding over. Just going for 3 at this stage, and a wicket is brilliant from Iron Khan. 93 for 4.
इनको पुराने तरीकों से ऑर्डर करने दें। More than 2 lakh grocery items के साथ आपका ऑर्डर फूड पैंडा संभाल लेगा।
Rocks Pay Out and subscribe to awesome packages. Because it's more than a network. Download the Rocks app now.
Zonky monthly social and YouTube ऑफर से सब कुछ मिले सिर्फ 550 रुपए के डिस्काउंटेड रेट में। अभी डायल करें *6001#।
Also involved, location exactly what's going on out there. Mo and Ali, unbelievable numbers. 3 overs, 1 for 11, going into an economy of 3.67. That's great. Mankind just the 1 over for 3 at the moment with a wicket also. Dawson going at 7.3 off his 3 overs. He continues. Start of his final one. 2 guys at the crease who have just arrived, so it's an ideal situation for the Giants. Here's a look at the last wicket, Golbadine on his way. Cannon into that middle stump, just looking to swipe at the last minute. Undone by a bit of flight, I think, from Iron Khan. He's not the tallest guy. He's done a terrific job. He'll be disappointed, Golbadine. Running that first one hard as they should, trying to double up, and they do that quite comfortably in the end, so that's good work from the 2 batting in the middle. Captaincy's been outstanding tonight too, Mo and Ali, by the way. Terrific cricketing brain, bowled beautifully. I'm sure he didn't intend to do as much bowling as he probably has until he started turning considerably.
Or indeed as much captaincy.
Not true.
James Vince out with an injured hip. Although we might see him when they chase. He might be the super sub. And Mo and Ali, excellent standing captain.
Just remember that anything around the 160 mark is an average score batting first at this venue. Need to go north of that to apply a bit of pressure, I'd imagine, the Capitals.
Well, they've still got Rovman Powell to come. They're going to need his power. Dasun Shanaka, he bats a long way down the order. Sometimes a bit too far down the order for my liking. For someone so talented.
Didn't quite get the length right on that occasion, Jimmy Neesham, but he managed to get the bat down at the last minute, keep it out.
Wicket to wicket from Dawson. Wow, it stayed quite low, didn't it? He did do well.
The last over went for only 3. This over so far has gone for 5. There's still 1 ball to go. So these are unbelievable overs at exactly the right time as far as the Golf Giants are concerned. Cracked away. He's picked up a boundary. That was very much needed by the Capitals. Brings up the 100. 102 for 4 after 15.
From Nestle.
Camera powered by Sony. Crystal clear, click with the AMP. Selfie in the mirror, big 5K battery lasting all day. 18 watts charge, get out of my way. We go tell Smart 13 the power machine. Light it, run it, own it.
Zonky monthly social and YouTube ऑफर से सब कुछ मिले सिर्फ 550 रुपए के डिस्काउंटेड रेट में। अभी डायल करें *6001#।
Owen Ali's back in to bowl his final over. He's gone for 11 in 3 overs. Charging down the track, nice and straight. That's beautifully played. That's gone for 4. 2 men back, but they weren't straight at all.
That is perfectly timed. Cox. Real physical talent from Cox. Light on his feet. Move quickly against the spin. Balance.
This might be an ideal situation for him just to unleash a little bit. This is that onto the onside. That's an unforced error. That's a little bonus. Should have been 2 only. Ended up being 4. Erasmus.
Gerard Erasmus moving quickly around from mid-wicket. Usually as safe as houses. He palms this one on. Good piece of cricket from Cox. It was an arm ball. Cox looking for that gap between long on and mid-wicket. 90 times out of 100, 99 times out of 100 I'd back Erasmus to pick up that delivery.
3 fours and 3 balls. Last 2 to Cox, single off that delivery. Destroyed Moeen Ali's figures. 9 runs off 3 balls and it's over.
Well, Mo Ali is a specialist against left-handers. So this is the matchup that he's after. Jimmy Neesham, known for his power and boundary hitting. I'm not sure about the skill against the spinning ball.
Looking to come back for the second, but he's hit it too well. Good work from Mark Adair. You're going to need some big overs, these Capitals, towards the end here. Really starting to struggle a bit in the middle. That's really pegged them back a lot. A bit wide, a little bit lucky there.
Well done by Ayn Khan, that extra cover. Who's back on the edge of the ring, not worried about the ball going for a single. And he had to move quickly to his right, just to tumble away and make sure that didn't sneak through. I think there's a little dew out there from the way they're moving in the field. It's going to affect the second innings, no doubt.
Look what Moeen Ali said at the toss. That's why we needed to, one of the reasons we're going to bowl first. 16 overs done, 114 for 4.
Rogs for Al and subscribe to awesome packages. Because it's more than a network. Download the Rogs app now.
Dolan's Premaline air conditioner with PureSense technology that detects and removes smog, bacteria, and the smallest airborne particles with the help of ionization, which balances the negative and positive ions in the air. Dolan's Prema, designed for better.
Camera powered by Sony. Crystal clear, click with the AMP. Selfie in the mirror, big 5K battery lasting all day. 18 watts charge, get out of my way. EcoTel Smart 13 is a power machine. Light it, run it, own it.
Tushara back into the attack. 2 overs have cost him 15, and he got some good movement with the ball with this round arm action, sort of out of the Lassit Malinga school of bowling, and he's dropped it short straight away. I suppose with this action, and Simon Dool, that's your art. This is fast bowling with right arm fast bowling. There's the DP World Smart Track. Now that buggy cam can give us, I would think, some great idea with its latest cutting edge camera work to give us a unique vantage point. Certainly not just today's action, but the way that Tushara's bowling, just like in cricket, DP World uses smart technology to keep trade flowing globally. Now it's this action that intrigues me, Dooley. Tushara, his arm comes almost in front of the umpire, literally on top of the stumps. Although he's gone a little bit wider this time, he's jumped out, he's gone a little bit wider in the crease.
Yeah, more accurate than some of the similar style bowlers that there are around the world at the moment, and a lot of them from Sri Lanka. A nice comparison, actually, Wilco. I heard you earlier. Folks downstairs, the good people at Hawkeye downstairs have done a nice little comparison, which will bring to you. Not too much happens after this ball. And Razak, I heard you talking about Razak earlier as well. Slightly slingy, but nowhere near the same as Nuwan Tuthara. So they're over top of each other here. You got the taller figure of Razak, just slightly right of where Tuthara lets the ball go. But that's the difference. That's the comparison. You've got Razak slightly slingy, and Tuthara, look where he comes from, out of the white on the umpire's badge. And Andy Flower was talking also about how tough the slower ball is to pick up at different times from Nuwan Tuthara.
Oh, that's a fearsome strike. My word. Jordan Cox all over this.
That was the slower one. He didn't find it hard to pick up at all. He just waited, sitting there, sweating on it. Jordan Cox, it's into the surface, pace off, and he bangs it. We saw this all summer in the UK. He was in sublime form, this man. And that is a magnificent strike. Yeah, just coming back to this, so you got Tuthara really low, almost out of the badge on the umpire's shirt there, and then Razak a little bit higher. Look at the release points from Razak, how much lower Nuwan Tuthara is. He sometimes goes wide of the crease, sometimes gets a little mid-crease, which brings that arm more in front of the umpire. But hence, at times the fuller ball from Tuthara is harder to get under because it skids a lot lower. Razak, we see, if he gets a little fuller, slightly easier to get underneath. But I like what I see from Razak. There's a lot to work with there. Tuthara is obviously more experienced at this game and at the international level, but I think Razak's got a way to go. There's a lot to work with.
So I know when you were bowling for New Zealand, and you know you bowled with a high arm action, but was there ever a time, and I'm not suggesting for a moment that you even went where Tuthara's going, but was there ever in the way you bowled that you dropped your arm a little bit to do something different? Where Tuthara's going, but was there ever in the wide Yorker, the way you bowled that you dropped your arm a little bit to do something different? That your right arm must be Tuthara's, but was there ever in was there a time when you dropped the wide?
Yeah, it was interesting.
The way you bowled that you dropped your arm to do something different. Your right arm must be Tuthara's.
Later in my career, when started to discover how reverse swing worked, it was easier to get the ball to reverse swing back into the right-handers when you dropped your arm a little bit. So it's something I tried, I tinkered with, but not as successful as others. I was more just straight over the top. So the great...
Was there a time when you
yeah, it was interesting.
Stronger Pepsi?
Later in my career when...
कितनी सोचो, पेप्सी तुम्हारे हाथ में। जब सोच के इतनी फील आ गई तो पी के तो
you discover how reverse try करके देखो. Swing work. It was easier to get the ball to reverse swing back into the right-handers when you dropped your arm a little bit. So it's something I tried, I tinkered with, but not as successful as others. I was more just straight over the top. So the great...
There wasn't a boundary for... Was there a time when you...
Yeah, it was interesting.
Here, the Capitals have stuttered after a very good power play there.
Later in my career when...
by Moeen Ali.
कितनी सोचो, पेप्सी तुम्हारे हाथ में। जब सोच के इतनी फील आ गई तो पी के तो
you discover how reverse try करके देखो. Swing work. It was easier to get the ball to reverse swing back into
deeper world
the right-handers when you dropped your arm a little bit. So it's something I tried, I tinkered with.
Well, ball. Marzai's is back. But Jordan Cox's strike rate in the overs 16 to 20 in T20s this season, wait for it, is 235. And I reckon, Simon, that you saw most of his stuff in England.
At the domestic level.
Now this is I like this contest here that we're seeing. Oh, that's really superb running. Jimmy Neesham has sprinted. He was going to the danger end. But Amatullah Omarzai here, the 25-year-old from Afghanistan, with the best bowling in T20s of 4 for 9. He's a pretty handy cricketer as well. Smashed 149 not out against Sri Lanka in Pallakeli last year. So what a cricketer he is. This contest right here. Oh,
more just straight over the top. So the great.
There wasn't a boundary for several attempts.
It was interesting.
Here, the Capitals have stuttered after a very good power play there.
Like to remind you.
Hello indeed. Mention it, we'll go. We haven't seen the best of Jordan Cox in this tournament. He's played every game. 23 games in the tournament. He has hello indeed. He's got real power. Mention it, we'll go. We haven't seen the best of Jordan Cox in this tournament. He's played every game.
Gone even wider, and he finds the man. Heather Razak at backward point, and Omarzai
23 games in the tournament.
That is a welcome sight for Mohammed.
Put the mockers on. He went wide, and then Omarzai.
AMP selfie in the mirror. We go to tell Smart 13, the power machine. AMP selfie in the mirror. We go tell Smart 13, the power machine. AMP selfie in the mirror. We go tell Smart 13, the power machine.
A bowler always feels